Hello everybody. This is your February 1st, Friday, daily. So, I'm going to start with earth signs. Normally I start with air signs, but I want to go backwards and work my way up, so we'll start with earth signs. So, earth signs for Friday, February 1st, 2019. A lot of you are waiting to receive something, probably in the mail. I see a box, a package, definitely a delivery of some kind. For some of you, this feels to be clothing, but for some of you, it feels to be something for someone else. I also feel like for earth signs, your day tomorrow, starting in the morning, is going to be a little bit on the downside, meaning that you're struggling, you're pushing to get yourself up, to get moving, whether it's to go to work or some of you may be getting blood work, some of you may be going on a trip, leaving tomorrow to get to a destination. Feels like it may be with a family member who's far away. I'm also getting that for earth signs, challenges recently that you've been faced with have been quite a headache. I keep getting, okay. So quite a headache for a lot of earth signs. Feels like a lot of earth signs are worrying. And you're worrying unnecessarily. And the reason I say that is because whatever it is you're worrying about, it's not going to solve it. It's not going to fix it. So instead of worrying, try to turn that around and practice your faith. Practice in whatever belief systems you use. Trust in the universe to bring whatever it is forward to you to help kind of relax your mind. For some of you, you need to get your meditations done, which, you know, you can do free on YouTube, I tell you all the time. And try to get yourself to a quiet place of being. I also feel like for earth signs, there seems to be something that feels unknown to you, whether it's you're wondering how somebody's feeling about you, what they're thinking about you, if they're going to contact you, if there's a way to finally rectify a situation, or some of your earth signs could definitely be torn in two, meaning you're being pulled in two different directions. One part of you wants to stay in something, and another part of you wants to leave. That is going to be an individual choice. There are lessons for you to learn. There is answers there for you. However, earth signs, don't be fooled by what you've allowed your imagination to create about a certain situation. Meaning, you have illustrated, produced, created this pattern, this situation, this fairy tale in your mind. You've made something in your own reality. You made something become your own reality that wasn't really there. In other words, you had someone in a situation, you were involved in a toxic situation, and you allowed your mind to take certain things and twist them to make them easier on you, to make the situation not hurt so much, to make the truth not be as painful. So if you understand what I'm saying, earth signs, you've decided to create this to protect yourself. You know, we do that all the time. We tend to either laugh when something really hurts our feelings, or we tend to maybe joke first, maybe about ourselves, our weight, our looks, whatever, to protect ourselves from other people hurting us. So earth signs, be careful, because you're tending not to deal with reality. Some of you may be drinking it away. Some of you may be drugging it away. Some of you may be having more intimacy or sex with other partners that you really don't want to, just to make yourself feel better about someone who you can't be with right now. So please be careful of that. Alright, Earth signs, tomorrow itself is going to be a very fast day once it gets moving. You're also going to be able to deal with certain things that come on, whether it's at work or whether it's right after work. But I do feel like there is finally going to be a type of resolution to the entire situation. I also feel like for some of you who are doing the traveling, it is exactly what you need to get that weekend away. Okay, so I'm gonna finish with Earth signs. So Earth signs, that's what I have for you for tomorrow. Oh, also too, Earth signs. Some of you get an unexpected either envelope, letter, document, or answer to something you've been waiting for in the mail. Okay, that's Earth signs. Fire signs. Fire signs. Tomorrow is a very, very busy day, a bright day, an energetic type of day. I feel like you'll be running full speed ahead tomorrow, fire signs. You have a lot on your plate, a lot of things to get done. Some of you had made lists of what you need to do. Some of you have a more spontaneous type of reaction or response to a certain situation, and you'll be playing everything by ear. But a lot of you fire signs too, I feel like for some of you who work in an office type of atmosphere or an office that's connected with a warehouse, you may be called into your supervisor or your lead person's office with some direction, and I feel like this direction is going to be something that comes in increments that's going to lead you to a better position. So don't worry about when you get called in. Fire signs too, I feel like things are juggling around in your head right now. You're trying to make decisions between A and B, one place to go, another place to go. It also feels like some of you fire signs who are unemployed are definitely going to hear from somebody tomorrow in reference to a new position. It feels very positive and strong. However, it does feel like there's going to be challenges with this position that you're not made aware of right now. Once you're 1 to 2 weeks into that new job, for those of you unemployed who get this position, I feel like you're going to take a step back, feel a little bit overwhelmed, wonder if you took on something more than you could chew, something biting off more than you could chew. But I do feel like you will be able to master that as long as you keep yourself grounded and keep yourself and your head in the right direction. Fire signs are going to have a plus where money's concerned for the month of February. I feel like if you do the right things with your finances, you can get ahead. You can definitely get ahead this month. But one bad choice will set you back 3 months. Understand? Okay. So, for the rest of the fire signs, love relationships. It feels like a lot of you have walked away from one situation that was toxic. Occasionally, you put your foot in the water to test the waters in other situations that you know are similar to what you just got out of. But at the same time, it's like you keep testing fate. You just want to keep testing fate to see how much you can get away with or to see how much, you can handle. But at the same time, you're self-sabotaged in fire signs. So you need to figure out what exactly it is that you want. Start writing things down. You haven't journaled in a long time. That's something you need to start doing. It will help to get that busyness out of your mind. Some of you are having trouble sleeping, tossing and turning a lot. Before you know it, by the time you're ready to go to sleep, it's time to get up. So you're actually, not working with all the circuits up here for the next day because you're not getting the proper sleep, you're not getting the proper nourishment, you're not taking the proper vitamins or whatever, and you're not doing your exercises, which is to get your blood flow to carry the oxygen through to make your brain think better. So you're not doing all that. So, you're either doing something too much and then you do nothing too much. So you need to find common ground. You need to get on a balance. You need to get on a schedule, and whether that's for eating, whether that's for exercising, or whether that's just your normal daily routine, but you need to start getting yourself on a routine schedule so that you can do things on a regular basis. You can go to sleep at the right time. You can wake up at the right time. You can eat your meals at the right time. And finally get yourself to quote-unquote normalcy, right? Okay, fire signs. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys. Let me move on to water signs. Water signs, it feels like you're going back and forth with somebody. Maybe it's at work. Maybe it's a relationship that you have with somebody at work. Or it may be a relationship that you have on the side. But it also feels like water signs are missing somebody from their past, but not able to address them, or there's no communication with this person, and there hasn't been for quite some time. It also feels like water signs, you may be waiting to hear from somebody, or waiting to get the opportunity to fix a situation, even though you know that it didn't work all the other times, because you've been back and forth with the same person. And even though you know it didn't work, it's still where you're comfortable and you're trying to get back there. Well, water signs, I guess you still haven't learned your lesson yet in some situations. If you decide to take this past partner back, you're going to go through another tower moment, but it's okay, because it will be fun until you get to that tower moment. But once you do, that tower moment is going to knock you down pretty hard. I see the Ten of Swords, so if you don't want those swords in your back, you better make a different decision before that happens. Some other water signs who are single, I do feel like you are looking for the opportunity to either advance forward in work or advance forward in a relationship. Some of you will be getting introduced to somebody and doing a blind date around Valentine's Day. Some of you will be doing the online dating. Some of you will be introduced to somebody through a friend. And some of you will just run into somebody at your normal routine, meaning either at the grocery store, at your church, at a social gathering, at something that has a common element with somebody else of the same interest. So whether that's, you know, a hobby or whatever it is that you do. Okay, water signs. Tomorrow itself, in general, it seems like a good start to the day. Although some of you, I feel like you're going to get up on the wrong side of the bed. So jump back in and roll out the other side if it starts feeling like it's not right as soon as you get up. But water signs, I do feel like there are promises that are being made to you for some people, and they're not being kept. Somebody talks a very good game. Somebody gives you very good feelings or energy, or starts to make you feel really good, but then you get a huge letdown because somebody doesn't follow through. So that's water signs. Okay, air signs, you're the last one. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? So air signs, for tomorrow, it feels like a hectic kind of day. And I also feel like there's you know, a lot of smoke in the air. There's a lot of smoke. Seems like there's a thickness or a smog that you can't see through. You can't get the clarity that you need. Also, air signs are definitely feeling a little bit anxious, having either anxiety or panic attacks, off and on, unable to get settled. A lot of air signs are feeling like something's about to come, or about to happen, or a challenge is going to come, or your ex is going to return. You know that something's in the air and you can feel it, air signs. You guys are usually so much with balance, and of course with Libra, a lot of balance is there, and when your scales are not right, Libra, you definitely feel it, and you know something, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Be prepared. Be prepared. But most of all, air signs, I'm going to tell you that for tomorrow, remember, when any situation occurs, whether it's a small fender bender, whether it's an issue at work, whether it's an argument with a family member or a loved one, or a partner, remember to wait, take a breath, and respond. Do not react. When you react to a situation, air signs, you know that always tends to set things off in a real bad way and make something turn from a molehill into a mountain. So please be very careful with the decisions that you make and the way that you respond to someone rather than react to someone. Okay, you'll handle it much better with a response rather than a reaction. There also seems to be things lining up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whatever that means for air signs, things are starting to line up. All your ducks are getting lined up in a row. You're able to make choices and decisions. Some of you are getting ready to move or to make arrangements to be able to move. Maybe some of you are purchasing a new home. Maybe some of you are getting a new apartment. Somebody may be getting out of their house and going to rent a room from someone. But somebody, definitely air signs, is on the move to become more independent. For some of you, I do feel like you may be going tomorrow to visit a family member, whether it's in a nursing home or a hospital. I do feel like you will be stopping to bring a small gift to them as well. It also feels like there's something to do with crossword puzzles or a jigsaw puzzle, some kind of puzzle that you are working on, or air signs are starting to feel as if life itself is one big puzzle and you are still missing one piece in order to complete that puzzle. Stay patient, air signs, because for this month of February, things are going to start to fall directly into place. You are also going to get the opportunity coming very soon to accept or refuse an offer or invitation from somebody. And this could be a very strong, authoritative type of person coming from your past. This person could be somebody in uniform. This could be a police officer. This could be a security guard. This could be a supervisor, a manager. But this is definitely somebody that comes with authority. Could be a relative, an aunt, an uncle, a father. Somebody who you respect. Somebody who has helped you in the past to make decisions. But they are going to definitely either be communicating with you, contacting you, messaging you, or something. But there will be some type of communication there. Air signs, if there's something that you have lost and you know it is in your house somewhere but unable to find it, sit down and pray to St. Anthony for a minute to help you to review your steps, and you'll be able to remember exactly where that was. So with that being said, this is the daily for tomorrow, which will be February 1st, Friday, 2019. Sorry about that stall. I kept hearing other messages. So for those of you who this is going to make sense for, and I'm not sure if this is fire, air, water, or earth, but I do get that there is something of an urgency for tomorrow. This is something to do possibly with electricity. This is something to do with faulty wiring. This is something to do with either loose wiring or something that you know, maybe it's a stove or an appliance, something that may short out. So if you know you already have an issue with an appliance, please unplug it before you go to work. That is your warning. Okay. With that being said, hope you all enjoy your daily. And sorry for the night view, but it is almost 5:11 here p.m. at nighttime in New Jersey. Cold as can be, going down to about 5 degrees tonight. So stay warm, be safe, and I will see you all tomorrow, starting on my February 1st, my live. And we're going to be doing some of the signs tomorrow for your mid-month of February.